Second tripping call against Utah. Guthrow straight away. Sends it down and finds the net. "13 seconds into the power play, Guthrow finds the back of the net from near the blue line."
Well, it really caught the Utah defense off guard. They're packing it in tight on that power play. He just loads up and fires a Happy Gilmore shot right at the back of the net.
Johns with the assist. Armitage with the other assist.
The second assist?
Second assist. Other, second, same thing. Palmer with the backhand grab. Throw it to first. You got a double play, son. So the Aggies on the board at the 4:14 mark, 1-0 Utah State, now with 3:39 to play in the first period. The Aggies break the proverbial ice.
Hopefully not the literal.
And Gibbs, what? 15 saves for the one goal. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good average.
18.
18 saves.
One goal against.
One goal against. The way Utah has been shut down on their offense, though, that might be enough. There's a lot of hockey game left. 2 full periods and 3 minutes of this one.
Another offsides call. 5th offsides call of the period. 4 of those against Utah State.
My goodness. Arsenault, Allington, Guthrow, Lund, Huppert on the ice for the Aggies.
Arsenault makes a great steal, gets back to the end, behind the net.
Tries to get it around front to Guthrow. We can't find it. Lund down in. Stick save by Gibb. Huppert quickly turns on it, and Gibb comes up with another.
Wow.
It's interesting watching these officials on a dead puck situation, how fast they get in between players.
Yep.
They know that there's a little bit of history between these two teams.
The referee's got to be fearless in hockey. That's why he wears a mask and a helmet.
That's right. Huppert goes across and it's taken away. Huppert trying to make amends and get that one back. Looks like he caused the bad pass, and Allington gives up to Guthrow. Guthrow down the right side, ends up on his keister. Somehow Allington comes up with it. Now Arsenault.
It's got to be a sickening feeling if you're a goalie. Arsenault with the puck behind you.
Oh, they were looking for Arsenault diving through. And it was just a little out front.
A little wide from the blue line.
Now a whistle, and we're going to get. Oh, looks like this might be a hooking call. Hooking is illegal. That's Wilner.
In most states.
It'll take a seat. Everywhere but Nevada.
Oh, you did not just go there.
Never been to Nevada. So the Aggies scored the only goal of the period on a power play just over just under 3 minutes ago, and now they have another chance. Martin straight away. And find the range. McDonald digs it out. We start all over again. Martin again. He had Wyman and McDonald down in there in front of the net. And there's your SC Needham Jewelers middle of the block sign of the clock. 1-0 Utah State with under 90 seconds to play here in the first period. SC Needham Jewelers. Is that where Utah gets engaged?
That's where Utah gets engaged. They look for the giant clock. They go in.
Middle of the block sign of the clock. McDonald over to Martin. Martin burns one down in there, but Gibb is there.
I am almost out of room on my saves, shots on goal spot.
Oh, Wyman leaves it back. McFadden hears the whistle. Turns around and says, "What?"
Are you kidding me? Back to neutral ice again?
So they're keeping an eye on who's onside and who's not. That's for sure in the vernacular. One minute to play now in the first period. 1:14 on the power play. Wyman tracks down the loose puck, and now we've got some extracurricular going on.
What do we call interference?
Yes, they do. It looks like they're going to call it on Sanders.
You are correct.
Sanders takes a seat. Now the ice will open up. 8 players instead of 10. With the speed the Aggies have, this could be of greater value to them. Palmer gets on the puck.
That's only the 3rd shot on goal for Utah in this first period. Lucky to be down 1-0, having given up 21 shots on goal.
Yeah, Gibb's doing a heck of a job, isn't he?
He's standing on his head for the Utes.
Arsenal faces strong. Arsenal wins. Ty Johns. Arsenal and Guthrum. Arsenal knocked off the puck. Somehow keeps it alive. Back to Guthrum. Johns down in. Guthrum turns on. No. Guthrum with that left-handed shot. "12 seconds to play in the period. And the Aggies will go into the intermission with a 1-0 lead over Utah. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
Hi, I'm Bryce with UNI Furniture in downtown Logan, where we have been in business for 80 years. How have we done it? Well, we've had great prices on high quality furniture, and we've had great customer service as well. And remember, it's always a better buy at U&I.
Discount Tire, so much more than a tire store. Brakes?
We do that.
Oil changes?
We do that.
Shocks and struts?
We do that.
Batteries?
We do that.
That's right, so much more than a tire store.
All of our service work is performed by ASE certified technicians
and is backed by our exclusive coast-to-coast service warranty, honored at over 30,000 locations nationwide.
Discount Tire, so much more than a tire store.
Now back at the Eccles Ice Center, getting ready to start the second period. Utah State with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of power play goal by
Guthrow.
Big Bad Billy Guthrow at the 4:14 mark, and that's all the scoring. And it's not like Utah State didn't try to put a few more points on the board. They were firing shots on goal like they were machine guns.
Well, it was, I have to look at my list here and get out my abacus. That's 22 shots on goal, 21 saves, and 1 goal allowed by Gibb. Only 4 shots on goal for Utah against Palmer in goal. Sometimes I thought Palmer might have been falling asleep down a little bit. And even when Utah got to that end of the ice, the defense of Utah State was just too tough and didn't even allow a shot on goal.
Yep, solid all-around effort there by the Aggies in the first period, and really the only surprising thing is that they don't have more points.
Got 2 penalties called on Utah State in the first period and 4 penalties. Scratch that, 3 penalties called on Utah. Relatively penalty-free. Those are little minor penalties. A couple of hooking, couple tripping penalties, and an interference penalty.
Well, the Aggies averaging 6 goals per game. Defensively, giving up about 2.5. Now they switch ends of the ice, and in that intermission, 2 Zambonis on the ice, Lee.
Yeah, got a new Zamboni.
McDonald straight away right into the breadbasket of Pete Gibb. Gibb doing a good job there in the first period. So the Utes now with an extra man because of some penalty time carried over.
Sanders.
Yep. Oh, and the Utes knotted up. Bo Bertagnoli slips one past Palmer, and we're tied at 1.
That was Bertagnoli on the goal. That happened so fast I didn't even see it. Maybe Dad will get him a Christmas present after all.
From about 15 feet out. Bertagnoli evens the count 30 seconds into the second period.
Well, even though the Aggies scored 1 goal in that first period, they just didn't seem to have a whole lot of urgency. And maybe that evening goal will light the fire.
They had some opportunities that they couldn't convert. It looked like they had a couple of breakaway opportunities that were whistled dead on an offsides. Utah's done a pretty good job defensively, stymieing the Aggie attack. An Aggie offense that averages 6 goals per game. Guthrow leaves it back. Arsenault's shot deflected off the end of his stick. Stays here though as Guthrow knocks it down. Arsenault tries to go back between his skates to Guthrow, and he can't find it. They're coming the other way. Not for long. Guthrow out front to Madigan. Madigan on his gut tries for the score. No whistle and a follow-up though by Arsenault. Arsenault cleaning up the mess. As Madigan on his gut, gamely poking it toward the net. Not cleanly played by Gibb, and Arsenault's there.
Well, that's what we were talking about in that first period. There wasn't a whole lot of that for the Aggies. Not a lot of follow-up, not a lot of rebound shots. That's the first thing we see out of the Aggies here, and we see the increased sense of urgency with that 1-1 goal that Utah scored just a minute ago. Now 2-1 Utah State.
Well, it was 1 minute and 16 seconds ago, to be exact. So 1 goal in the entire first period. And now we've had 2 in the first 2 minutes of this one. And the Aggies with a power play.